word as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
G'day everyone, welcome back to W2W Racing. We're here for round 6 of season 15 at the Tokyo Central Expressway reverse track for 38 laps in the 86s, so it should be quite an exciting one. Tonight joining me here in the commentary box is Adam V10.
Hey Dragon, yeah, looking forward to this race. 38 laps around here is going to be pretty intense for these drivers, but yeah, looking forward to it, and yeah, looking forward to get the race started.
Absolutely, and on visuals tonight we have Herbal Green Tea.
Evening, everyone. How's it going?
So yeah, it should be quite an exciting one. Millimeters in it really for pretty much every driver here. You know, no runoff, very similar to the Nordschleife except concrete walls instead of trees. But being in the 86s should be nice and competitive and consistent.
Yeah, the word in the damn Mexicans chat was that this track is a panel beater's dream.
And I could absolutely see why, and I'm sure we'll see plenty of sparks flying and hear a lot of crunches throughout the race here tonight, as qualifying looks to be getting started.
And so we've got a 10-minute qualifying session.
Yes, 10 minutes leading into the 38 lap race, which should be about somewhere between 50 and 55 minutes. Just waiting for everyone to start to file out of the pit lane here, and we'll run everyone through the contenders. But it looks like coming through the first sector timing board now, so 5th on the leaderboard, 4th. He's moving up. Is going to be Seckers leading the field around currently. Just waiting for the last few to go through the first sector timing, so all of our names are correct. There we go. So Seckers for the damn Hexicans, followed by Nux for Team Dodgy, and MCDC for the damn Hexicans, rolling around 3rd on track currently.
Yeah, just behind MCDC we've got Zuzu in the Drive 25 Sim Sports livery, and behind him we've got Scooter 82 for Fang It Racing. And then we have the team boss behind Scooter, which is Tombo for Drive 25.
Yep, just behind Tombo we have It's Flossie for Fang It, and the new recruit for Drive 25 just behind Flossie is Bummy Kegs, after a great showing and great debut for Division 1 last week. And then Luck Goes My Way for Team Dodgy just behind them.
Yeah, and behind him we've got who was it? Sorry, DJ Stefko for TDR Racing. Then Oil in My Blood in 10th. Yeah, filling in for Apex, so stepping up. He was a regular Div 1 driver, but stepped away for a little bit, and now he's returned. And then we've got Oil My Blood for Fanger Racing, and Hodes for the damn Hexicans in 11th.
Yep, filling in for Dale there as well, and Flossie has found his way back into 12th after taking a pit stop after a lap to get himself into a bit of clear air.
Yeah, interesting strategy there. Just burn a bit of fuel, get some fresh tyres, and yeah, clear air as you said.
Yeah, towards the front of the field here we have Seckers coming through this very long sweeping left-hander that tightens at the very end. I think that's going to bring a lot of drivers undone right before the end of the lap. On the power nicely out of the final corner down the hill now, and we'll see what our first qualifying times look like.
Comes across the line 1:18.6.
18.3 out of Knuckles. Could see them go as far as the 17s here. We saw 17s in the warm-up, but
Yeah,
currently
we've
an
got-
18.285 from Zoo.
Yeah, so currently the top 5 only separated by 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, that's very, very close lap times, and I'm sure we'll see that dropping quite a bit as our last 4 drivers or so get in a clean lap. We've got Lucky with a 19.0, Bummy Cakes with a 19.2. Oh, a bit of wall contact for Bummy Cakes there. But it's a track where getting your practice in is really important here.
Yeah, this track is so you just got to get on your accelerator at the right time, and so you can hold it flat through out of the corners. It's just so hard, these blind corners with these concrete walls on the other side of you.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that overtaking here is going to be extremely difficult, as there's no heavy braking zones at all. It's very short braking zones into sweeping corners. There's no sharp corners at all. And being a one-make series, overtaking is probably going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, you're definitely right there. As we see a lot of them jump into the pits for some fresh tyres.
I think Flossie's going to be one to watch here as he's coming towards the start-finish line now. We did see him go out of sync. 18.387 from Flossie goes to 5th. And we've got Hodes currently 12th, yet to set a time, coming towards the start-finish now as well.
Flossie managing the traffic as everyone was exiting out of the pits as he was starting another flying lap, but he's through that, so...
Yeah, everyone has to re-find their space again throughout the lap, throughout the track here. Don't want to be too close to get a little bit of dirty air, but you want to be close enough to get that slipstream benefit.
Yeah, I was going to mention, we've got quite a few teammates in this lobby. Could they work together here, do you think, Dragon, or do you think it's too hard?
I think a lot of it would depend on the view that the driver uses and how they find their markers, really, because if you're in bumper cam trying to slipstream a teammate and you're right up underneath their wing, you might miss your markers, but I think it eventually just comes down to personal preference. I preferred clean air for my laps. Some people prefer to have a bit of a tow to help them out a little bit.
I think the only person that's on a flying lap at the moment is Flossie. He's coming
Flossie
up
and
to
Hodes.
the line now. He's going to improve, and he does. Goes to 18.0.
And that's top of the leaderboards so far with 4 minutes to go in qualifying. Hodes currently in 12th, coming to the line to set his first time. It's going to be a 19.383, good enough for 10th so far.
Yeah, big shout out to Hose jumping in sort of last minute for Dale.
Yeah, quite last minute, about 2 hours notice, I believe. But yeah, at the top at the moment, Flossie almost a quarter of a second clear, and then it's Zuzu, less than a 10th back to Nux, 0.02 of a second from Nux back to Scooter, 15 thousandths back to Tombo, half a 10th back to Stefko. So the top 6, very, very tight.
Yeah, we did see Zuzu set a 17.9 in practice just before the lobby, before the quali started, so...
Yeah, fuel
One to
levels
keep an
starting to
eye
drop
on.
a bit
Yeah.
too. So they're coming to about 75% left in the tank now. Everyone will be a little bit lighter. Sekka's ducking into the pits. Flossie also doing the same. 19.4 out of MCDC. And we got Zoo coming to the line now. Bummy Cakes improves to an 18.6. No improvement out of Zoo, does an 18.3. Hodes improves to an 18.90, which good enough for 9th, so slowly moving up. Couple of cars coasting around with a bit of damage or some hurt tyres. Lucky with some front right damage at the moment. Bummy Cakes with a front splitter damage. So it's possible they could have come together, or had individual incidents at the same time. As we've got Scooter coming around, currently sitting 4th, and he's right up behind MCDC. MCDC lets him by here as they come into this very long sweeping left-hander. He's up by 0.2 of a second. He's on for about an 18.1 if he can nail this last corner. Lightly in the braking zone.
Hearing a bit of rubbing there on the concrete walls. He's coming across the line.
He lost it there, just in that last corner, I think. Tombo not improving as he crosses the line. A couple of cars coming to the line now, no improvements. Hodes going around again. 20.9 that time for Hodes. Flossie on an outlap, so we won't be seeing any improvements out of him. We've got one person out by himself. It's Oil in My Blood, who's yet to get a clean lap in and is also still on an outlap. This is going to be it. Pretty much final lap for everyone from here on out. Leading everyone around, we have Scooter 82, Nux, and MCDC. Oh, Nux might have clipped a little bit of the inside wall through that sweeping left. He's got the run on MCDC.
What's MCDC going to do? Is he going to let him go? He does.
The same spot where Scooter caught him last lap as well, unfortunately, so just really struggling to get a lap in. 0.7 of a second down is Nux. Don't know how Scooter's doing, but into the last corner now we go. I don't think we're going to see an improvement. 17, 18, there it goes. Next to the line is Tombo, I believe, currently 5th. No improvement out of Tombo. Stefko coming to the line. Doesn't look like we're going to see an improvement out of him either. Sekker's in 7th place.
He'd want to start a bit further up, so we'll see what he can do. Nah,
He's improved,
slightly
but
improved,
it's not enough to move up. And we do have Oil in My Blood still on a lap, and one other driver who is not on a lap. It is Zoo. And Oil coming to the line to improve by 1.6, but unfortunately it's not good enough to get him out of 12th place. So the top 10 separated by less than a second.
There we go.
So it will be Flossie and Zuzu making up the front row, Nux and Scooter on the second, Tombo and Stefko on the third, Seckers and Bummy making up the fourth, Hodes and Lucky on the fifth, and MC, DC and Oil in My Blood rounding out the field. So now, with no mandatory tyre for the race, the drivers will have a little bit of time to decide if they want to start on the softs, medium or hards. I'm going to guess that a majority is going to go for the mediums and a couple are going to risk it on the softs. Maybe those towards the front.
Yeah, the softs don't look like they'll last very long. Just going off that qualifying session. I mean, that front right cops a real hammering.
That it does, and I can only really see it working if you're starting probably top 5, and even that's a stretch. Maybe just the front row of the grid. Getting off the line well enough and trying to build a gap, because I'm pretty certain that overtaking here is going to be a very tricky job.
Yeah, I think it will be more up to whoever makes the less mistakes in this race. Coming out of the corners and touching walls can compromise your speed and
can absolutely cause chaos as well.
Yeah,
the leader
definitely
comes out of a corner and tags the wall, and the next guy, Constantine, is into him and slows up, and we've got chaos throughout the entire field. So we'll see how that goes. As the Have a Good Race message has been popped into the chat. That's usually Sekker's warning that he's about to kick it off, and the countdown is on now as we go to the grid. I'm going to put you on the spot, Adam. Who's your pick to win?
On the spot, I'm going to go with Scooter 82.
It's a good pick. Current Division 1 championship leader. Starting off the second row, so he's in a decent spot to start off.
Yeah, always very consistent Scooter, so yeah, that's my pick. But we're on the grid and the lights are on.
5 lights now. Everyone bouncing off the limiter, and we are away. Very mildly on the 86s. Not a whole lot of wheel spin to speak of, and everyone slots into single file by turn 1. And we'll see you in 38 laps time, as everyone will be single file for most of the race here, I think. But Flossie leading the field well.
Nux has got a run already on Zoo. He's coming up to this right-hander. He's going to be on the inside.
Oh, he's going to have
And
the
he's
outside
managed
for
to get
this
it.
one. Zoo gives it up. Oh, and he's wide.
Oh,
Scooter into the back of Zoo. He's wide again as we come into the tunnel. And just like that, Nux and Flossie have almost a full second gap over third. Just that one little incident. And something to take note of. Nux is on the soft tyre, so it was absolutely crucial to get that overtake done. Flossie on the medium, so I'm sure we'll see him show a bit of urgency to get by Flossie here as well.
yeah, so I think we'll just stick on with this because he's already up on the back of Flossie.
Nice and cautious approach through that sweeping left into the last corner now. We're looking to get the run. Oh, using every inch of available track there. And he's got the run on Flossie quite nicely.
Is he going to go
Not
up
going
inside? He
defensive.
does.
Late on the brakes is Flossie. He could have swept across, left the room. And he's going to be on the outside for the next one. Flossie takes the inside through the right-hander. Oh, a little bit of contact!
So just back there in 5th and 6th, Tombo tagged the wall, which compromised his speed, and DJ's past him.
Yeah, there he goes. It's crucial for everyone to be getting these moves done early. Stefko, another guy on those soft tyres. And a Lucky also on the soft tyres, so it seems that Team Dodgy Racing are the ones on the alternate strategy here, running the soft tyres where the entire rest of the field on the medium tyres from the start here. Just moving my eye back up to that battle for the lead. Nux has a run on Flossie now, up the inside, and I don't think Flossie's going to fight this one too hard. Lets him on by. Behind them, Zoo has Scooter just underneath that rear wing as well, with Stefko chasing him down. So the TDR guys are going to be the ones to watch early, as they need to get these overtakes done to make their strategy work.
As DJ puts in a 119.4 and Luck puts in a 119.4.
Oh, Zoo's wide just ahead of him.
Oh,
That slowed Scooter up a little bit.
and that's
Stefko
allowed
having a coast
DJ
as
on
well.
the back. Yeah.
We go through the first tunnel. He does have a run, but it's very tricky to get anything done coming through this double left-hander. It gets very tight very quickly. Change of direction now into the second tunnel. Meets the apex nicely, but Scooter driving it just as well on those medium tyres. Oh, there's the run. Out of the second tunnel, he's got a massive run on Scooter.
Looks to the inside. Is he gonna? No, he thinks twice and tucks back in behind Scooter.
Yeah,
Maybe
if he's not
being a
careful, he's
bit-
going to open
bit
himself
cautious.
up to Tombo.
Yeah.
So we run on down to the sweeping left now. Looks like Nux has broken away a little bit at the front, but Stefko's chase for 4th position is really on at the moment.
DJ looked like he had a big tank slapper there at one stage, which has allowed Tombo right up on the back of him.
Yeah, it would be terrible for Stefko to get passed by Tombo here, especially being on the soft tyre, as he runs a little bit wide through turn 1 and that front right is already halfway gone. So I don't think we're going to see very long stints out of these soft tyres.
No, probably coming in before, what, 9? Maybe 9 laps?
Yeah, you'd have to be taking care of him to get 9. But I could see it happening. I don't know what they're going to push for on the mediums. But Zoo holding up Scooter just enough to keep Stefko in the game here as well, and Stefko's bringing Tombo with him. A little bit of a gap back down to Seckers, who has Lucky all over the back of him. Oh, he clips his rear quarter and puts him into the wall. Oh, and he's back in front of Bummy Cakes while trying to regain control. As
Bummy
Bummy
Cakes with the
slides it all
evasive
the way.
action there. Yeah, Bummy did very well to not hit Seckers there.
Yeah, Seckers, I think, gave him a flash of the headlights there as maybe an apology as he tried to get back going again. And, oh, big dive up the inside, moving up to 5th. So Tombo really showed the nose on Stefko there, feeling like he's costing him a lot of time. And the more I look, the less I think those softs are going to get 9 laps. Just starting lap 5. I think we're going to get 6 laps out of them, 7 most.
I think I was being very generous there. That tyre on Stefko's car is looking shot.
I was in the same boat. It did look like you'd get a decent amount of laps out of it, but he's just really leaning on it at the moment. And while we were away there, Scooter has managed to get past Zuzu. Oh, Stefko a little wide through the first part of this sequence.
Oh, and just behind them, Lucky and Tombo. Lucky hit the same wall that Stefko did, and Tombo was right on the back there, but Lucky ended up closing the door.
Tombo dropped quite a ways back off of Stefko there as well. So we're seeing all the Team Dodgy Racing guys gravitate towards the front of the field. Lucky now in the top half of it. Stefko in 5th, and Nux out to a 2.4 second lead. With a run on Zuzu now is Stefko. I can see maybe one more lap out of these tyres, but I don't think they're going to survive another complete run. Oh, big late dive up the inside. Contact made with the rear quarter of Zoo. You've got to make those really aggressive moves in these 86s. And we're seeing it come out at a track like this. Oh, Stefko.
Scooters in the wall up ahead.
Yep, Stefko broke really late there and almost went into the back of Zoo. Lucky had to check up, as did Tombo just behind them. Lap 6 has surely got to be as far as they're going to get.
Maybe for DJ. Lucky's tyre's a little bit better, but he's being hassled big time by Tombo now.
Yeah, Nux doesn't look like he's going to get too many more out of his tyres either. Maybe one more. So maybe he could run 7s and then try and stretch a couple of 8s in there with lower fuel. I'm not sure.
Lucky's coming up to the back of his teammate. What's he going to do here? He's going to try and make a move or try and work
Stefko's
together?
got nothing. He's got nothing on the front right. Lucky looking up the inside. Looking for a lift from Stefko at some point here to let Lucky through. There it is. Just to solidify the move and not let Tombo through. We'll see if Stefko pushes around for one more lap here. Oh, Tombo with a half look up the inside. Is he going to push on? He is going to go around again.
Wow.
So it's horrible for Tombo, Bummy Cakes and Seckers who are stuck behind him. Oh, Stefko's pushing wide. Tombo's all over the back of him, but there's just nowhere to make a move early in the lap here. You can just see it in the behaviour of that TDR vehicle up ahead of Tombo. It's missing apexes pretty much every left-hander you come across. Oh, that's a risky place to try and stick your nose up the inside, but he's done it, and Stefko's covered him off coming into the second tunnel. Absolutely buying time for Lucky here.
Tombo's got a good run out of the corner.
Bummy Cakes hit the wall just behind him as well. Seckers has managed to get through.
And Tombo's going to make that move on DJ now, surely. Or DJ trying to go around the outside. Maybe a touch wall riding there, but
he just had nothing on that front right, but couldn't come into the apex as Tombo had made his way there. And Lucky's been given a little bit of free space, but completely out on the front right. Nux also completely out on the front right, but going again. So they might be pushing for that 9-lap marker that you did mention, Adam.
Yeah, interesting. The gap was, I believe, to 3.4 seconds to Flossie. Now it's back down to 2.6.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So we're going to see the mediums hold off a bit longer, which is probably going to neutralise the gap. But then when they pit, if they're both pitting at lap 9, the softs will get that faster run again, and then be chased down by the mediums towards the end of the stint. So, nice little bit of a roller coaster, really, for the tyres. Just having a look back through the field. Doesn't look like there's too much going on. Steckers, Bummy Cakes and Hodes in 8th, 9th, 10th are all together. Bummy Cake's about to run out of the racing medium tyre on lap 8, whereas Seckers and Hodes around him have probably got about 35% left on it. And Stefko still limping around on those soft tyres. Lucky 2 seconds up the road has just been passed by Tombo, who's moved up into 5th place now. 9.3 seconds off the lead, though. And they're going around again.
Maybe they might come in whenever the mediums are going to be replaced, and then go on mediums, and then Nux has got that 1.4 second advantage if he can hold it.
Yeah, it has been falling away quite quickly. Flossie's still with a bit of that front right tyre of his medium available, but a 21.2 last time from Nux and a 19.9 from Flossie. That gap coming down pretty quickly from what I can see. But to get to 38, you have to do, what, 2 9s and 2 10s? Really? And then to take a stop away, you've got to do, what, 2 13s and a 12. So it will be very interesting now. Getting really close to that pit window.
And I wonder if that's what Seckers is going to do. Try and do that strategy that you just mentioned, and not have that extra stop.
I think it's absolutely an option for him. He and Hodes have really just got the best tyres out of everyone except for Oily, but Oily's had a bit of a struggle with pace as Nux finally pits at the end of lap 9, relinquishing that race lead to Flossie.
See if the other TDR guys do the same, and luck comes in.
Oh,
and DJ's in.
Yes. I flicked to Stefko and he had a bit of a lag spike and hit the pit wall, so I was heart in a mouth moment there. But they are all in, and now Nux coming out of the pits right behind Bummy Cakes in 8th place.
And on the soft tyre again.
Yep, Bummy Cakes with nothing on the front right of these mediums. So he won't have a whole lot for this double left-hander. Oh, he's got a bump from Nux. Oh, it's setting way offline. He's trying to pull it up for the tunnel. Oh, he's into the wall again.
And Nux is sort of redressing.
Yeah, gave him a little bump.
Yeah, try to get him back up to speed.
Yep. Yeah, sportsman-like thing to do there from Nux. I'm sure he didn't mean to make the contact, and it was just the speed difference in tyres as he gets a massive run through that sweeping left-hander now. Completely alongside Bummy Cakes, who I'm assuming will be pitting soon or struggling a little further on those completely dead medium tyres. There's the move made. All of our medium runners going around again with nothing left on that front right. Seckers and Hodes, the only two to still have it. And the gap, 14.5 seconds from Nux to Flossie. But I think that's going to need to make up a full stop. So if my calculations are correct here, then this will be the actual racing positions. If the Team Dodgy guys are doing that extra stop, 14 seconds to make up.
Yeah, it seems like a big ask.
Yeah, if he gets a nice undercut here, I think he'll be well clear of the rest of the field. It's just whether he can get some clean running until everyone else pits. 1.6 seconds the gap to Hodes. I'm sure he'll chase that down. It's incredible to me how well Hodes and Seckers have protected that front right tyre. And Seckers is chunking time out of the lead. He's taken 1.5 seconds out of it this lap alone.
Yeah, really looking after that front right. I think the strategy that the TDR guys are going for, they're going to have to do a lot of overtaking as well. which might hurt them if they don't get past quickly and cleanly.
Oh, here comes Nux on Hodes for 6th position. Got the run nicely out of the last corner. Oh, a little bit of contact in the rear there as Nux tried to come across. But the move done nonetheless. Oh, as Hodes clatters into the barrier behind him. 2.9 seconds, 2.8 seconds up the road is seconds now for Nux. And surely they'll be in this lap. Get off of these tyres, fill up as low as you can possibly get away with for a 12 or a 13 lap stint to protect those tyres even more now.
And the two teammates at the front, Flossie and Scooter, are doing well. But Flossie, last lap was a 22.7, where Scooter was a 21.5. So really, Scooter reeling in his teammate.
Yeah, and Seckers has finally lost that front right tyre, but his previous lap was a 120.9, so got that gap down to under 7 seconds to the lead now as well. Nux absolutely flying, as I'm assuming we'll be seeing pretty much everyone in the pits ahead of him now. All of our medium runners. Some might go around one more time to get that 13 out of the way early, but it's not looking like that's the case. Top 5 peel off into the pits, and Nux will take the race lead back as he sets the fastest lap of the race with an 18.6.
So before Nux pitted, the gap was at 1.4 seconds to Flossie. Be interesting to see what it is when when Flossie comes out of the pit.
Yeah, I'm riding on board with Stefko here as he comes through turn 1. He's come out right behind Tombo. Oh, Tombo darts to the inside last second. I'm sure Stefko had his heart jump a little bit there. And Zoo's fallen quite a ways back. I don't believe Tombo was that close to him, so he might have had a little bit of trouble running with no tyre, no rear tyre, no front right tyre. Lucky making up time to Stefko as well. So these guys they're doing well, but they're unfortunately stuck back in traffic again, whereas Nux is released at the front to build time, and he's got 10 seconds so far.
There must have been an incident there for Lucky, because I'm pretty sure he was in front of Stefko at one stage.
I believe you're correct. It's not fuel, so yeah, I'm not quite sure there.
Lap 9, he's got a 1:35.
Yeah, he also has a 22.6 last time around, whereas Stefko just did a 26.
Okay, yep.
But again, stuck behind Tombo, and he's absolutely putting a massive halt on all of their progress at the moment. It's just nothing that they can really do to get up there. Fresh medium tyres and half-worn softs seem to be right around that balance point where the mediums get a bit quicker.
Just keep an eye on this battle for second position between the two teammates. Could get a little bit spicy. There's only about half a second in it.
Hopefully they're getting along a bit better than Yuki and Ricardo were this morning.
Yes.
Angry little man that Yuki was. But I'm sure Flossie and Scooter are absolutely chatting up a storm in a silent party chat right now.
At least these guys are fighting for position, not like Yuki and Danny.
Yeah.
For podium, sorry.
Yeah. What a wonderful way to start off the F1 season that was.
Yes, with Verstappen.
Only 22.5 seconds, so keeping it close, but...
Oh. Anyway, back to the action at
wheel
to wheel.
Try not to turn this one into an F1 podcast for those that aren't interested at home. For those watching at home, I'm just going to send out the reminder to leave a like on the stream if you are watching now and have 5 seconds free. Would be much appreciated. And just having a look back in 6th place, it looks like Stefko started to drop back off of Tombo. He's on track for a personal best lap, but just struggling so much with that tyre wear by the looks of it. that it's being offset by the pace of those Drive 25 guys. And they're actually gaining on Flossie and Scooter quite quickly. You know what? I didn't notice this, but Zoo's on soft tyres. So he's come out of the pits on softs.
Is. Interesting. Maybe
Hopefully someone told him that they're not all required, but he's setting purple sector times at the moment, and he's absolutely reeling in Scooter and Flossie and taking Tombo with him.
Yeah, Tombo's the team boss on the medium, so yeah, alternate strategies here for Drive 25.
Yeah, ending up with an 18.701, so 0.03 of a second off of purple lap time there for Zoo, which is a great indication that he's absolutely flying around the track. For reference, he was about half a second faster than Scooter ahead of him last lap. Tombo actually with an 18.708 and an 18.794 on the medium tyre.
Oh no, Zoo's in the wall.
Had a massive moment. He's got big damage on the front right as well. Is he going to have to let Tombo by here? Or is Tombo going to give him the push? No, there he goes up the inside. Zoo lets off the throttle. Well coordinated move there. And I'm sure Zoo will be happy to push Tombo if he can. Flash of the hazards there from Tombo as a thank you as well. Stefko and Lucky look to be swapping positions in 6th and 7th here too. So seeing more overtakes between teammates than not at the moment. Just trying to manage the speed and
it's really
spy in the background behind
Zoo.
Stefko there. A very aggressive damn Hexagons car running his way back up through the field.
Yeah, he's going to come into the Great Wall of TDR in a minute. I don't know how he's going to manage to get around these guys.
Yeah, very different stages of tyre strategy, and I think it might even be better off for Stefko to not really fight Seckers too much here. Obviously could see him play rear gunner for Lucky and build that gap there, but I think that'll lose him more than it'll gain him across the entire length of the race, and there's a massive gap behind Seckers here. He had a bit of a run, he blipped the throttle just to avoid getting into the back of Stefko, and the slipstream of Lucky is enough for him to hold on to that position for now. The exit here will be the big one though. Stefko nothing left on that front right again. Here comes Seckers going to the outside of what our next major corner is going to be. Oh, he just gets close. Millimeters.
Lucky's in the wall! He's
Huge!
around! Oh, yeah, Lucky's around. He's got to be very careful trying to turn around here.
Lucky he ghosted. That was, wow. I don't know if you can get a replay of that one going, Herbs, but my goodness, that was very scary moment, I'm sure, for Stefko and Seckers there, and in the end, Seckers goes +2 spots. Yeah,
there you go. I said it might be hard, but fortunately for Lucky, he made it easy for Seckers there.
Yeah, that was a massive moment. I have no idea how that one happened. He was just cruising around the corner all by himself, and bang. Yeah, he just ended up in the wall. That's, yeah.
Well, just looking up at the front with Nux, he's sort of cruising at the moment. I think the gap was only about... Has it dropped?
It was out above 10 seconds.
Okay.
So those soft tyres being worn, but that is the 9-lap mark now. So we'll be back to true race positions now after this one, and the gap was 14 seconds, I believe, between Flossie and Nux after the first pit stop. So I'm sure that's dropped by now. As the top 4 come through. Seckers rolling through turn 1 now, and Nux putting in first fuel of the race. 44%, and out he goes. And he's come out in a lovely pocket of space. 13.3 seconds the gap. So it's come down, but not as much as he might have wanted as we pass by the halfway mark of the race here.
So how long is the pit stop here?
That's a great question.
Just for tyres?
Just for tyres, I'm not sure. I can see that it was about a 15-second loss for Nux there, with that about 20 litres of fuel in. So
I'm not sure if my maths is correct. If Seckers is doing one less stop, he should come out because he's 8 seconds behind, roughly 7 seconds in front of everyone.
Seckers is on the same as everyone ahead of him now.
Is he? Okay.
I think they balanced it out. Everyone pushed on dead tyres when Seckers kept going around with a bit more pace.
Yeah.
It seems to be a similar situation again. So Flossie and Scooter, Tombo and Zoo are all going to run out of tyre, and Seckers is still going to have quite a bit on that front right to just take away a bit more time, close that gap slowly. He's putting in nice consistent laps from what I can see here. A couple of little inconsistencies which we saw from some overtakes there. He does have Nux 3.3 seconds behind him though. And it looks like something's happened into the top three here. Tombo's taken second place off a Scooter.
Oh, yes.
So I'm gonna take a guess and say that Scooter's made a mistake at some point this lap. We'll find out once they come around the final corner and we get the lap timings, but either Tombo's had an absolute blinder or Scooter's made a mistake or a combination of both. But Scooter with a great exit out of the last corner, he's gaining on Tombo quite quickly. 20.5 for Scooter that time around and a 19.3 for Tombo, so definitely a mistake from Scooter.
Yeah. But Tombo
19.9 out of
looking very
Flossie.
good.
Yeah, Tombo fastest on track of the top three here by far. So Flossie's done a 19.5, 19.9, 19.9. Tombo did a 18.9, 19.6 and a 19.3. He's absolutely flying along. I don't know what Goat gave him when he was there last weekend, but maybe he got some top secret information on the grid walk or something with the supercars. Not sure, but he's found something. Just having a look. Seckers is the main one I'm keeping my eye on here at the moment. So 3 seconds up to Zoo is the gap, and he's about 1.3 seconds faster last lap. That spot could be in danger, and then 1.7 seconds back to Nux, who did an 18.0 last time around. Almost 1.5 seconds faster than Seckers and 3 seconds faster than Zoo.
And 2 seconds faster than the leader at the moment, Flossie.
Yeah, we're seeing that gap fall away very quickly. So it was 13.3 coming out of the pits, now 8.5. 18.2 last time around there for Nux. 19.7 for Seckers and a 20.8 for Zoo. So again, almost a 3 second difference, 2.5 second difference between Nux and Zoo.
So I'm going to put you on the spot now, Dragon, at the just over halfway. Or what are you thinking? Who would you put your money on?
I think it's going to be Flossie. If he can keep this consistency up, I think it's him. But Tombo is a massive threat to that right now.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure on Nux, because I'm pretty sure unless he gets really lucky with his pit timings, he's got to overtake everyone on track to get there.
Yeah, right. And yeah, for me, obviously, my pick was Scooter, still looking good. But yeah, Tombo's put that little doubt in my mind. He's showing real great pace and doing very well here.
Absolutely is. Very similar lap times across the top three, 20.6, 20.5, 20.6. 21.2 out of Zuzu, a 20.1 out of Seckers, and a 19.2 out of Nux, who's now caught all the way up to Seckers. And knowing their strategy, he knows that they're... What's that? Did they come in on 12 or 13? I can't quite remember. I believe it was 12.
I think it was 12, yeah.
So they're still 3 laps away from pitting. He's got to get this move done on Seckers as quick as possible, and it'll be after this left-hander here up the hill, I think. No, he had to dab the brake as he came through to allow that little bit of space for Seckers. But exit of the next sweeping left here could be it. Dab the brake and roll through. He's got a really good exit using every bit of track available, and he's closing the gap. It's not going to be enough though. Gap to the lead 6 seconds now from Nux. He's just got to sit behind Seckers throughout this really long...
Oh, Seckers hit the wall.
And that's going to give him the spot.
That might be right, Seckers, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Get a little bit of slipstream.
Yeah, it looks like the rest of the field are quite spread. Just having a look behind, so Hodes is 8 seconds behind Seckers. MCDC is almost 12 behind Hodes, and has Stefko right with him. So could see a move here from Stefko on MCDC. He goes to the outside, coming into turn 1. Nicely on the brakes. There's an apex there somewhere. We'll get that next time around, but lovely move made. Bummy Cakes found himself back down in 10th, about 2 seconds off the back of that battle. Lucky after that big crash is not having the best time, and then Oily 4.5 seconds off the back of Lucky. As we can loop back around now to 4th and 5th place, and 6th. So Zoo's been caught by Nux. Nux pulling to the inside now. Nothing Zoo can do about it. He's pretty much standing still. He's got to get one more lap out of these soft tyres.
Is he going to get that lap on the fuel he's got as his the fuel gauge is flashing?
He should. They're pretty efficient little cars here. Sekka's now approaching Zoo and should get him on the corner exit here as well, downhill. And yeah,
Sekka's with the best fuel out of the top 6.
Best fuel, and he's still got something on that front right tyre, whereas nobody else does.
Beautiful move there on Zuzu, getting up to 5th position for Sekka's.
Yep, quite an important one again there. Still in the 1 minute 20s, and this should be his in-lap. He's still got something on that front right tyre, so he's regularly lapping quicker than those at the front, and the gap down to 5 seconds to the lead for him now.
Just speaking about the lead, Tombo's right up on the back of Flossie now.
All flashing
tags
the
wall.
Just going to make him go around the outside here. Tombo's going to clear him before they even get there. So taking the race lead there in the Drive 25 car. It's Tombo. Flossie falling back to 2nd. This is the in-lap though. Do you think Flossie underfuels a tiny bit to try and jump Tombo again and get back ahead of him? Or does he just stick to his guns and play the race out as it comes?
I reckon stick to the guns, put the pressure on Tombo, just try and stick under his rear wing and make him make the mistakes.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair call, but man, Nux has pulled in so much time with all that happening. 2.2 seconds was the gap there.
Seconds comes in with 9 litres of fuel, while the others are 4, 1 and 2, so he'll make it a little bit of time.
Zoo finally in off of those soft tyres. I'm sure he's wishing he didn't do that. And this is the final stop for all of these guys, so 13 laps of fuel is all you need. Everyone trickling up. Stefko clears them all. Tombo rolling out of the pits, 54 litres. Scooter has come out with 50, and Flossie has
Scooter
lost
jumped
Flossie,
Flossie, yeah.
That was a decent margin there between them.
Scooter did underfill a little bit.
Ever so slightly.
Not by much, yeah.
5 litres, I think it was. Seca's 2.1 seconds behind that group as well. He's underfueled ever so slightly.
Seckers will want to hope that these three guys in front of him start fighting a lot just to make up that 2 seconds.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. I think Nux has got 3 more laps on these soft tyres, and these are the ones that offset all of that he gained throughout that whole stint. There's Tombo, Scooter, Flossie on fresh tyres and him on completely worn softs, just trying to get around best possible. I think the gap's going to be about 5 to 8 seconds after he pits and fills up. He will have a shorter stop than most of the other guys though, not having to fill up as much. But 0.6 off his best through Sector 1. Stefko could play a huge role here.
Yeah, he's the 3 guys behind him coming up. Is he going to play defensive linesman for his teammate? How hard is he going to make it for Tombo and the rest of the guys?
Again, this could offset exactly what I just mentioned of Nux losing time, because everyone behind Stefko here is losing as much time as Nux was, if not more. Tombo's looking for the run.
He just had to get out of the throttle there.
Oh, he's trying to get there. He has managed to get there, and
Scooter's got the run, but he's got nowhere to go.
Oh, he should have followed Tombo through. He tried to go 3 wide and take advantage, but following Tombo through there was
trying to
probably
hold
the
around
one.
the outside, can't do it.
Oh,
And he gets
Flossie's
hit by
got into him. Oh, they're 3 wide now, and Stefko gets launched back in front of everyone.
Flossie gave DJ the boost, and he's put him back in front of everyone.
Absolutely, just sent the rocket through, and Stefko, not to look a gift horse in the mouth, just happily accepted it, and they're getting a little messy as they come through the last corner now. Stefko almost blocking Tombo in that spot. He moves to the outside. What's Scooter going to do here? He's looking to follow Tombo around the outside. Oh, bit of lag contact!
Side contact.
And Stefko's sent Tombo into the wall and gotten him damaged now as well. He's causing chaos. This could be exactly what Nux needed to win the race. Scooter all over the back of him. Tombo with damage. Here comes Flossie up the inside.
Secca's now back on the back of all these guys as well.
Yeah, Tombo's still carrying that damage. Stefko has absolutely caused chaos here for Nux.
Yeah, Stefko, the cork in the bottle, but nothing like he can do. Like, it's not his fault at all. He's on the line and they've got to get around him.
Yeah, he's on the line. He's lagging a little bit, which sent Tombo into the fence there. Oh, contact made behind as well. I think Flossie into Scooter, and Stefko's all over it again. As through goes Scooter, through goes Flossie, through goes Tombo. Here comes Seckers as well. You had a good run there, Stefko, but I think that was inevitable, unfortunately. As here come the Fangit guys around this left-hander. Tombo looking for any opportunity to try and make a move as well. Flossie late on the brakes, right underneath the rear wing of Scooter. Nux in the pits now, fueling up. Tyres are done, just waiting on that fuel. Scooter coming around turn 1 now. Nux has been released. Where are they? There they go.
It's just going to come out just behind Seckers.
Man, Nux owes Stefko a beer there, I think. Has absolutely put him in the fight here, and everyone now has to defend with their life to stop this soft tyre runner of Nux getting through. Scooter leading Flossie, Tombo 3rd, Seckers 4th, Nux 5th. That is your battle for the lead.
Yeah, these last 10 laps are going to be so interesting.
And I think Seckers is in a really strong spot for it, if I'm honest. He's been making his tyres last the entire stint, whereas everyone else has been running out that lap or two early. And has been
Nux
having
has
to run
got the
around
run on
nothing.
Seckers now. What's he going to do here? Seckers goes defensive.
Just going to make
He
him go
goes
around
side
the
by
outside.
side.
Just going to give it up.
Yeah, too easy for Nux on those fresh soft tyres.
Oh,
Oh,
he's into the wall though. It's exactly what happened to Lucky there, but I think Seckers straightened Nux out with a bump. Wow. And then Tombo looking for moves everywhere on Flossie, forgetting the fact that he's got a soft tyre runner behind him. So that fight could absolutely cost these guys a chance at the win. Oh, Tombo mistimed his turn in there as well. Nux has got a great run on him. Trying to stick the nose up the inside. Tombo covers it off, just drifts across the track. Nux taking his time, trying to build a nice gap to get that really good run out of this next left-hander and up the hill.
That's right.
And
Nux
he's done it
just
nicely.
gotta
Tombo's into the wall.
Just got to be patient here. Can't do anything too drastic.
Yeah, Tombo clipped the wall on the exit there, but he's got the slipstream of Flossie to help him out a little. Again, looking for that strong exit will be Nux here. He's got 8 laps to work with, so still plenty of time in this one, but those soft tyres have an expiration date on them. Scooter with his fastest lap of the race last time around as well with a 19.0. Oh, a bit of wall contact from Tombo and Nux in the background. Tombo wearing that Team Dodgy Racing 86 on the back of the car there. Oh, and Nux has got up the inside. He's just barely got his nose in there. Tombo's got the slipstream of Flossie. Nicely done up the inside. A little bit of a slide on corner exit, but those soft tyres just absolutely letting him run past everyone.
And now Nux has just got the 2 fangy guys in front of him. How hard is Flossie going to make it for Nux here? Trying to
if he's
protect
playing
his
the team
teammate.
game, yeah, you defend with everything he's got, but there's not a whole lot that you can do, really. You've just got to focus on your own exits. You know, Nux tyres are going to expire quicker than everyone else's.
And don't count out Tombo as well to make a move back on Nux. He's a very smart driver, Tombo, so he'll be looking for any little gap.
Late charge as well. Nux with the run. There we go. Look at them. They're putting up the wall. The Fangit drivers. Oh, Nux looking to stick his nose up the inside. Flossie's in the wall. Oh, contact. He's fed Flossie out into the wall. Tombo's hit him as well. Sekka's now in the running for third as Nux has now opened up the lead. And Scooter defending nicely. But he's just getting through everyone as Nux. Taking the racing line is Scooter. A little wide on corner exit. Nux followed him out though. And he gets the cut back on corner exit. Does turn to the outside as they get to the top of the hill though. Scooter's got nothing for him at the moment. Inside line now. Oh, Nux is into the wall! And he gets that bump from Scooter to help him out as well.
Yeah, there's just no time to react or anywhere to move. This track is so tight.
Yeah, everyone kind of flying through now, and they just need to hang on to Nux as long as they can. Tyres expiring. Fuel starting to run low for a lot of them, 25% or just above. Tombo with a run on Scooter now as well to try and take that seconds place. But they've got to try and hang on to Nux best possible here. It's all about whether Tombo wants to battle for second. Oh, Scooter clips the wall there on corner exit, slows him way up. And I was going to say it's all about whether they want to fight for second or try and hold on to the battle for first, and that battle for first might be gone there. Oh, Tombo wide, into the wall again. Scooter's got nowhere to go but up the back of him. Here comes Flossie. Gives Scooter a bump down the hill.
And Sekka's is just lurking in the back behind these guys.
And he's got much better tyres than everyone.
Yeah.
So if he can get the moves done late here, I think he could absolutely be a shot for that podium. That wind's starting to run off in the distance.
Yeah, Nux with a 1.1 second lead already over Tombo.
Yeah, it was 0.8 from the second that Tombo got by Scooter, so it's only gone out by 0.3 of a second. As the tyre wear is pretty much the same between the mediums and the softs.
Or just on
right
fifth
now.
with Sekka's. Flossie ran a little wide. Gives Sekka's the run, although Sekka's gave him a tap, I believe.
Yeah, Flossie just took the racing line and Seckers decided not to dart around. He just wants to stay in touch, I think, is a big thing at the moment.
Yeah, but I just think Flossie is struggling a little bit on his tyres compared to Scooter and Tombo, so...
Well, Scooter's got the worst tyres out of the lot.
That he does.
So I think he pushed really hard early on there to try and hold everyone off. That gap not growing super fast for Nux though. 1.5 seconds almost. If Scooter makes a move on Tombo, I think that's over, but they're just staying in touch at the moment. And they're wearing at a very similar rate. So at least the battle for second is going to be a very close one here in about 4 laps time. It's just whether Nux can build enough of a buffer. He did fuel very low, so the soft tyres should hang on a little bit longer than they have each other time.
So he'll have 4 laps to go after this one.
Yep.
For Nux. I'm gonna say he's looking quite good at the moment.
Seckers has got a bit of a run on Flossie. Flossie into the wall. Seckers up the inside, takes that 4th spot. 1.4 seconds the gap to make up now. Better tyres, the best tyres.
Yeah.
Of everyone ahead of him.
Scooter's tyre is almost out on that front right.
Yep, pushing really hard to try and stay with Tombo, and you can see he just doesn't have the pace on
turn in, yeah.
So 3.5 laps to go. Flossie looking pretty solid for 5th. If he makes a couple more mistakes, it could bring Zoo into it, who's 2.5 seconds behind him. Seckers on the chase for the podium at the moment. Scooter looking to take as many points out of this as possible, but he's lost that front right tyre completely now. Oh, a little bit of a wall contact there again. Tombo trying to chase down Nux. They're all going to run out of front tyre at the same time. I think that gap's a little too big for Seckers to make up to the lead. Oh, Scooter almost into the wall there, losing time. Hand over fist to Seckers now. Defending Division 1 champion looking to sneak a podium here right at the end.
Oh,
and you can just see that Fang at 86 just doesn't have anything for these left-hand corners, and unfortunately for them, there are so many. Seckers with a run, looking to take the inside here, and I don't think Scooter's going to fight it too hard. Dab of the brakes there, lets him through. Have a run at it, he says. Tombo with about a lap left on that front right. He's going to have to do 2 laps with nothing. Nux also has nothing on that front right. 4.2 seconds the gap from Seckers to Nux. 2.1 from Tombo to Seckers. Tombo perfectly in the middle of the top 3 here, actually. It's been a great chase to watch from Seckers these last 5 or so laps.
Yeah, it has been. It's been amazing on these tyres.
Just nice and consistent as well. High 19s, low 20s for the past at least 9 laps there. Fuel light flashing though. So you want to hope he's done his fuel calculations well.
Yeah, the others in front have a little bit more fuel than him.
He did underfuel that tiny bit in the pit stop. He's much quicker through that series of left-handers there. He's taking time out of Tombo quite quickly here. That gap between Tombo and Nux has just settled at 2.1 seconds, so there's nothing to gain there for Tombo, I don't think. Bar a mistake from Nux. He's probably got this one sewn up. It's looking like the battle for second.
Yeah, with 2 laps to go. Sega's last lap was a 20.2. Tombo's was a 20.7.
Yeah, and Tombo's is only going to get worse. That was his last lap with grip on that front right. Oh, wall contact in the tunnel.
That is not going to help you, Tombo.
Oh, and Seckers keeps it
yeah.
flat. Wow, what an exit he's gotten there. That's 0.8 of a second in 2 corners now.
If I know Tombo is not going to make it easy for Seckers.
Absolutely not. That battle for the lead's gone, but second is absolutely on the cards for Tombo here. And Tombo in a strong 3rd place in the championship. Seckers right behind him, just 80 points behind. Oh, Seckers into the wall a little bit there. Managing his fuel ever so slightly, I'm pretty sure as well. He's got the run. Tombo defensive on the inside. Seckers looking to go around the outside. Oh, he's looking for the cutback. Oh, Tombo's defending it beautifully at the moment, putting his car in the right places so far. Seckers still with a bit of front right tyre. So he's going to have to get that run up the hill, out of the second tunnel here. Coming down the hill, balancing the car nicely. Close that gap a little bit. Tombo driving really well here. As they both push out and use every little bit of track available apart from the barricade. Beautiful run from Seckers. If he continues that here, he'll have a chance. Oh, he turned it a little early. Had to get out of it ever so slightly. He's got a tiny bit left on the front right.
Seckers looking left and right, trying to make himself big. Tombo's mirrors, trying to make Tombo make a mistake.
Here we go, 2 corners to go for Seckers to make this happen. There goes the front right, completely gone. It's not going to happen. And we're going to have to jump up with Nux as he makes the run to the line now. Beautifully done, well driven, team assisted. Tombo is going to take second. Seckers third.
Seckers runs out of fuel just on the line.
Gouda fourth. Flossie is going to come home in 5th. Zoo is going to hold on to 6th place nicely. Hodes in 7th. We've got a little while to run before Stefko comes home in 8th here. So a little bit of unfortunate luck there for Stefko. Bummy Cakes is going to take 9th place, as the back end of the field looks to have spread out quite a bit throughout the course of the race. That's why we didn't draw too much attention to it. There we go, Bummy Cakes confirming 9th. MCDC is going to get a top 10 finish, just holding off Lucky, who's 1.5 seconds behind him, coming across in 11th after that unfortunate wall hit. And Oily bringing it home in 12th after a rough race. He never looked comfortable here, unfortunately.
Yeah, as he comes across the line.
Almost his fastest lap of the race there as well. But big congratulations to Nux, Tombo and Seckers on the podium. And Flossie and Scooter on a great run at the front for quite a long time there.
Yeah, amazing race here at Tokyo in these 86s. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good to see. As right as it finishes, Goat pops into chat. And I don't know what you said to Tombo before you left, Goat, but he's feeling well inspired and it's rubbing off well.
And there's some words from Goat. But yeah, Nux doing the soft stint paid off for him.
Yep.
Great drive by Nux.
Played a key part in that one as well, holding off all 4 contenders to try and tackle Nux there. So beautifully done, great teamwork from Stefko. He was absolutely within his rights to defend that position as well, as it was an on-track overtake. He wasn't getting lapped or anything, even though they were on different strategies. So it was incredibly well done there. And having a look forward to next week for those watching at home, we have a 2-race event in the Group 3 cars at the Nürburgring GP to look forward to. So we hope to see you here next Sunday night from 5:30. Thank you very much for joining me here in the commentary booth, Adam.
No worries, Dragon. Thanks for having me. Look forward to seeing everyone back here next week.
Absolutely, and thank you very much, Herbs.